Today we'll start with the map interface. Map is another interface in collection framework. This is also available from java.util package. And the subclasses for this map is, there are 3 subclasses. So map is an interface for which we have all maps are to store key value pairs. Keys and values you can store. Whenever this kind of associations need to be stored, right side is an object, left side is keys. If you wanted to store this kind of data structure, we go for map interface. And in this map, we have the subclasses called first hash map. Next is called linked hash map. And then tree map. So what is the differences between these 3 classes? Today we are going to see. First is called hash map. Hash map stores the elements in key value pairs like this. And keys should be unique. And values can be unique or any kind of values it can store. Here only one key at a time you can store. And it can be ordered or not ordered. You can store 2, 1, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. Any order you can store. But keys should be unique. Repeated keys are not allowed. Hash map internal storage is like an array. So whenever you add an element, remove an element, there will be a delay, so it will be slow. Linked hash map is also a map which stores the elements in using pointers concept. Because of these pointers, right, linked hash map is faster. But when you are going to search for an element, in a hash map it can be done fast. Because whenever you give key, randomly it will pick. Whereas in a linked hash map, when you are searching for an element, so it will go for a sequential order, so it will be slow. But when you perform delete and update operation, this is fast because of pointers. Here also you will store key value pairs. Here also keys should be unique. Values can be anything. It can be repeated also. But only the internal implementation is linked hash map use the pointers, hash map use the arrays. Coming to tree map. In a hash map, the keys what you enter need not be in an order and need not be in a sorted order. Here, order whatever you enter. Let us say I entered 3 first, 1 next, 2 next. Then the same order it will store. Coming to tree map, whatever the order you enter, it will auto sort the keys. Means directly it will be storing in an order. Suppose I am entering 2, 3, 1 or 3, 2, 1. Whatever order I enter, it gets sorted into this order. That is called tree map. Here also keys should be unique. And here the objects can be of any type. This is the 3 different types of maps we have. Let us have an example. Hash map. Whenever a collection of objects need to be stored in this format, we go for these maps. So here the method is called put. Put, you have to give an index, comma, and an object. Object can be a number. Object can be a date. Any data type, any object you can store. H dot put, comma, you can store a string. You can store a custom object, means user defined object. Let us say here I have in which I have college name and string. Simply I have a constructor, setters, getters, all the properties. Now I wanted to create here new of college. Means a college object is created that is getting added into hash map. So in this way you can store a set of values in a hash map. Now if you can print here, you can see key value pairs are stored. The order you entered is first to 90, but here it is storing 1 and date. Second is 290. Third is 4 Java. Fourth is this. Then collection object. The order in which you enter, it will not be stored. Here also, just like yesterday's session, we have done contains, clear, all those methods are possible. When you print here, it is storing key value pairs. Now let us say you wanted to print only keys. You can say keys are always unique, right? So it will be into set. So you can say key set equal to hash map dot, the method name is key set. You will be getting all keys into this key set. Now if you can print key set, all the keys can be stored. Now you wanted to store, you wanted to get all the objects, right side things. These all keys, these all values, right? Now you wanted to get values. So to get a values, you are going to get into collection equal to h dot values is a method which will give you all the values. Now you can print values. This is nothing but it is going to print all the list of objects. Here all the list of keys. Here together it is printing key value pairs. You can see this is a key value pairs. Next list of keys, right? List of keys is nothing but what? 2149, right? And here list of only objects means date, then 90, then Java, then collection, college object. See, you can observe here when you have toString method inside your class, right? Whenever you print the object, means when you are printing the objects here, it gets printed automatically. Instead of printing the address, here it will print the values like this. Earlier it is printing a hexadecimal code address of the object, right? For this, but now it is printing the values. So that is the effect of toString method. You can auto generate that. You don't need to write. So this is what is a hash map can store a key value pairs. Whenever a set of values need to be stored, let us say you have a very big thousands of employees details you need to store. For every employee you want to assign a key and all employee objects you wanted to store. Then you go for hash map. And next is here if you wanted to add h dot put, one key can be null and object can be any number of nulls are allowed. H dot put of another key is here 8 comma null I wanted to store. Later I wanted to update again. Then 7 is a key and one more null I want to give. Only one null is allowed at the key side and multiple nulls are allowed at the object side. This is how the hash map is storing the values. That is called hash map. Now coming to if the same object if I make it as linked hash map. Linked hash map. See, all the methods are same, everything is same, there is no change. But internal implementation is this. Because it is internally implemented using pointers, it is fast. That is the main difference between hash map and linked map. Otherwise, all methods are same. Next is coming to tree map. Tree map, I will tell you. Tree map, multiple types of objects it will not allow. It allows only the homogeneous objects, similar types. And here, so this is how you are printing like key value pairs or key set or object set. What is the other way of extracting one by one all the keys and values? That is called entry set. Iterator I equal to, yesterday's session we have seen, right, iterator interface. H dot entry set is a method. Entry set will give you all the entries into this iterator. Here you make it as key value sets, KB. Now iterator I equal to kv dot iterator. Now this is the iterator you have to say has next, and whatever object every time you are getting is I dot next. But this is not going to be an object. It is going to be an entry. Entry means which contains a key and as well as values. So here you have to say entry is a variable E equal to entry of I dot next. It is getting converted into entry. So this entry need to be typed, imported. So it is available from java.util.map. Right here you can see java.util.map.entry. Entry means which indicates key value pairs. Now what you can do is e dot get key will give you keys. Get value is a method which will give you a values from a iterator. So here it is going to show all together, right? Like this it is showing. But I wanted to extract one by one. That time you have to use this logic. First you need to get all the key value pairs into a set. That set need to be stored into iterator. Then that need to be iterated by using has next. And I dot next method will give you every entry will be this object. From that entry, if you give get key and get value method, you will get the values. Now you can see this is a key, this is a value. This is a key, this is a value stored. Key, value, key, another value, key, value, key, value, key, value. This is a process of iterating through iterator. This is called key set value, entry set values. This is a thing you have to concentrate when you are working with maps. So what is a map interface? What is the internal mechanism? And how many types of subclasses are there? What is the differences? And what is the process of iterating the elements? How to get a set of values, keys, how to get a collection of objects right side, how to get together all entries. This is about hash map and linked hash map. Let me explain about tree map. Tree map is a map which automatically, right, sort the elements. I have put 5 comma, I'm storing some number or value whatever it is, t dot put of 2 comma some other value, t dot put 1 comma. See, the right side value can be anything. It need not be always integer. It can be integer, float, character, double, anything it can be. Now I am storing 5 to 1, but automatically it sort that and it will show in the order called 1 to 5. It means tree set is 1 to 5. It is sorted order. It's a built-in sorted set. It arrange the objects, it arrange the keys in ascending order. That is called tree map. So the differences between hash map, linked hash map and tree map. So hash map is not ordered and not sorted. It is not sorted and the order in which you enter will not be there. But in a linked hash map, it is ordered. Ordered means the value what you enter in the same order it is retained, but it is not sorted here. Whereas coming to tree map is sorted. Otherwise, all the methods are same in tree map, right? That is called tree map. Clear, Monica?
Clear.
So most of the time when a set of objects need to be managed, right? You can go for, if you wanted to, let us say I wanted to store employees who is joining in the company. The date on which they have joined, I wanted to store. Then this is ordered, right? So it is going to store the order in which you enter. So you prefer this. Less changes required to my map, then I go for this. Whatever order I enter, it should be immediately sorted by age wise of the employee. Then I go for tree map. Like that, in different scenarios, we have to choose which class is suitable to our application. So usually in interviews, they will be asking like that. So what is the difference between hash map, tree map? And what is the difference between hash map and linked hash map? And they will question about these methods. How to get all the keys, how to get all the objects, how to get like entry values, key and value pairs. This type of question they may ask. And finally, in map interface, there is another class called hash table. Hash table. It is also same like storing key value pairs. Everything is same, but except this hash table is synchronized. Synchronized means when multiple threads are working, so automatically it should not be allowed for all the threads, so that one can be updating, one can be deleting, one can be adding something. So it gives the wrong results for all the threads. So it should be synchronized. So that is the reason in this map interface there is a predefined class called hash table which is synchronized. Right? When you prefer multi-threaded applications, you go for this hash table. If you are working with a single threaded application, then you can go for these normal classes. So that is called as a hash table. Hash table is very similar to your hash map. Means now I can make this h as hash table as well. Hash table h equal to new hash table. Right? All methods are same. There is no change. But internal implementation is, it is synchronized. Synchronized means it is you preferred for multi-threaded applications. Because of this synchronization, there is a locking and unlocking mechanism will be there. So it will be slow. That's all about maps. And yesterday I shared you some programs, right? In that there are some advanced classes are there called navigable map, navigable set. Right? These two are the new things. And there is called stack and queue. It is same like stack means, see, it is also comes under list only, collection of objects only, But the thing is, whenever you store into a stack, you can perform last in first out. You will be having an additional methods called push and pop, right? That is called as a stack. In the same way, queue you have. Queue is always working for first in first out, right? So those examples are also there in the same package, just you can observe. And coming to navigable map, navigable set. See, in so far in a normal map, what we can do, we can iterate the elements from first to last. We can find, you can remove, you can add. This kind of methods you can do. There are some new classes added which are called navigable set. It means suppose if I store a number, I can divide my set into two parts. This is called head set, tail set. And if I say, let's say my numbers are 5, 7, 2, 1, 5, 1, let's say 8. If I give the number 2, I can find the next biggest of 2, that is 5. This is called seal function. Floor, if I give 2, what is a smaller number next to this one, next to this 2? So this is called floor. Likewise, there are some additional methods are possible in this navigable map and navigable sets. So these two classes you can observe now. See, you have a navigable set interface and you have the subclass for this. This is an interface and this is a subclass. You're storing set of numbers. You can iterate all together by using normal iterator, and additional methods are like this. Descending set. Automatically you can get all in a descending order. Ceiling of 35 means, see, 35 ceiling. Above 35, what is the next number? 50 will be the output. Then floor, then head set, then tail set. Likewise, pole first, removing the first element, removing the last element. Likewise, we have the set of elements, set of methods are there. These type of operations like seal, floor, descending set are not possible in a normal sets. This is a newly added feature. So this is available in a navigable set. But this is an interface. So subclass for this is called concurrent skip list stress. This concurrent skip list set is nothing but, it is in case if you are working with multiple threads, this is acceptable. It will avoid the concurrent threads access at a time to the list. At a time, number of threads cannot perform the operation. That is called concurrent skip list set. And in which we are using this syntax, right? This is called generics. Generics means, if you come here in a normal map, suppose here we are not giving, specifying what type of object we are going to store. You can write this angular braces. You can say key is an integer and object is of type object, because we are storing date, then null sometimes, integer sometimes, string sometimes. So you can say object. Here also you can say integer comma object. Let us say both you are storing only objects. You can say integer comma integer. Whenever you specify this is a syntax which is called generics declaration. Means we are restricting that. If you don't give that also, it is accepting, but the thing is in JDK 1.5 and above versions you have to use this syntax. Even if you go for an array list demo also. See, now when you are storing here, you are not specifying what type of object you are going to store. You can say here of integer, right? In angular braces you have to say integer, right? Even if you don't give also it will work, but this is the correct version. So anytime you find that angular braces, don't get confusion, it is a generics declaration. That is for a navigable set we have seen. The same set of methods are also possible for navigable map. In a navigable map, what we can do, here is an interface, here is a subclass, here also integer comma string you are saying, set of months you have given. Now you can say descending map, all months names can be displayed in a descending order. You can find what is the first entry, last entry, floor entry, right? lower entry, higher entry. These kind of methods are possible in navigable map. You just go through that and practice the programs. And next is in a normal collection interface, we have the basic methods, but there are two more classes are introduced in Java called, one is called collections is a class. So far in the hierarchy what we are discussing is a collection interface. It's a collection for which we have list, set and maps, right? That is different, which is providing basic methods. And this is the newly added class which is providing so many additional methods. And there is one more class in java.util called arrays. Arrays and collections is a newly added classes with additional methods. We will see one more example on this. You can observe here, arrays is a newly added class into which directly you have a method called asList. When I give list of things separated by space, right, it is creating directly a list. One more list you are creating, third more list is you are creating. Earlier when you want to copy one array list into another array list, we have a method called like this, right? A1 is one array list, A is another array list. You are saying that add all, right? Instead of that, we have a method called copy. Collections is a class, copy is a method, give list is one object, sublist is another object. So Vinith is added into this. Now the list will become Komal, Girish, Mahendra, Amit, Mahendra and Vinith. You can find which is object starting with the highest ASCII value character. Max, min. See, this copy, max, min methods were not there in a previous collection. Next, index of. If the same value appears more than one time, let us say Mahindra is 2 times, right? Index of means first index 0, 1, 2 it will show. Last index of means it will say 3, 4. Replace all means you can replace in a list wherever Mahindra is there, you can replace with this string. You can reverse the string. Means the string is Komal, Girish, Mahendra, Amit, Mahendra. Now if you reverse, you will get Mahendra, Amit, Mahendra, Girish and Komal. You can reverse that. You can rotate it. Entire list can be rotated 4 times. Means let us say here A, here B, here C. Rotate means C will come here. B will come here. So now your list will become C, B, A. So that is called rotate. You can swap. So let's say there is a list, 0th element size minus 1 element. Size means the last size, minus 1 means this is the number. So Komal and Mahesh you wanted to swap both of them. So you can swap also. Fill means entire list will be filled with Mahendra. Now n copies is another method which will make a copy of Ravi 3 times into the list. Right? This is how all the newly added methods are possible in this collections class. There is another class called arrays. Arrays is also a class which is giving you some more functions. See, there is an array of values. If you say arrays.sort is a predefined method of that you pass this array. Automatically it is going to sort all the elements. Arrays dot binary search of this array, search for 71. Usually in a normal array list we have seen there is a contains method, right? Contains will search for this element within the list wherever it present. It performs a sequential search, but coming here, it will search using binary search technique. So it is very fast, right? So this arrays is a class which is providing you certain methods which are very much helpful. As list, binary search, fill, right? Sort. These are all the methods are possible in this. You can observe. There are some examples are given. Binary search is not possible in a normal collection, right? And then sort is not possible, but here it is possible. That is the purpose of arrays class and collections class. So these many classes you must be aware of, and this is very important concept. Because again future when we are going to map with the database, so from the database we will be getting hundreds and thousands of records into your application. So those records we will be mapping into all of our collections classes. Depends on our requirement. It can be mapped to list, it can be mapped to set, it can be mapped to map. And then we will be working with the collections. That is the main strength of collections. Right? So these programs I will share you. Once again, you just practice this. I think all these programs are there in the folder. Only this map demo you need to.
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Yeah.
Any questions, Monica?
Yeah, no, ma'am.
No?
Ma'am, one doubt.
Yeah.
నార్మల్గా మనం డిరైవ్డ్ క్లాస్ లో కూడా కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ రాయొచ్చా మ్యామ్ నార్మల్గా?
Yes. రాయొచ్చు కదా.
అంటే మెయిన్ దాంట్లో అండ్ డిరైవ్డ్ దాంట్లో ఇన్హెరిటెన్స్ రాస్తే
See, when I write a class called person, right? And I am writing class called employee extends person. When I write a constructor here, automatically it will go to the superclass constructor. Okay. So you can write a constructor for a subclass, but whenever you create an object of this employee, let us say somewhere method is there. In this, you are creating an object of employee. Whenever you create this, automatically first it refers to this superclass. Then it will come here.
మనం ఎక్సెప్షన్స్ ఏమన్నా రైజ్ చేసినప్పుడు సూపర్ క్లాస్ లో దాని సబ్ క్లాస్ లోకి ఎక్స్టెండ్ చేస్తారా? ఐ మీన్ అది వర్కౌట్ కావట్లేదు మ్యామ్ కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ రాయడానికి.
Yes, yes. See, if you have an exception, exceptions are in a functions, not in a constructor. I have a function called show, and I have another function called show. Superclass is throwing some exception, throws IO exception. Only that exception you can throw here. IO means you need to import. So superclass throw చేస్తుంది. Then only that exception you can throw here. But subclass throw చేసి superclass throw చేయకుంటే it will be an error. Okay.
ఓకే మ్యామ్.
అరుణ్కి జావా వచ్చా? జావా నేను ఆయన కూడా
లేదు మ్యామ్.
సీక్వెలా ఒరాకిలా?
ఒరాకిల్, బట్ వీళ్ళు చేసేది ఒరాకిల్ కన్నా సీక్వెల్ సర్వర్ మీద ఎక్కువ డిపెండ్ అవుతారు.
సీక్వెల్ సర్వరా? ఓకే. కోడింగ్ ఉండదన్నమాట.
కోడింగ్ ఉండదనుకుంటా.
ఓకే ఓకే. అంటే కొద్దిగా నీకు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసేటప్పుడు అప్పుడప్పుడు హెల్ప్. ఇది యూట్యూబ్ ఇది తీసుకుంటున్నావా హెల్ప్? ఎక్కడైనా స్ట్రక్ అయితే వెంటనే యూట్యూబ్లో ఆ టాపిక్ మీద
నార్మల్గా గూగుల్లో చూస్తాం మ్యామ్. అవును.
గూగుల్లో చూడాలంటే